And this is where it's a little bit of a learning experience, because Maxter, obviously, kind of just slotting in right now, but we'll talk about that at another time. Alexi B is looking sharp, holding this monster tunnel.
And that's the bomb delivered.
Yeah.
It actually fell really far forward. Another great headshot for Alexi. He's looking for more. Taking on Sip on top. That's beautiful. What a start. And it leaves blamef all on his own. And normally I would say blamef's very competent, very dangerous to be up against, maybe especially in some of these pistol rounds, but Alexi will hunt him down. Nonetheless, a quad.
How strong his mechanics can be, and you wish it could happen all the time, but, you know, it's beautiful when it does come together.
Yeah, but don't you feel sometimes like... Yeah, Showdown, I mean, could end up getting populated with some pretty rough teams as well, so you just want to stay away from that as much as you can. Third round, though, we've got AKs picked up by the Astralis team, and that actually looked like he had more than half a second there, maybe Device to take the shot, but he didn't. Instead, Brolin takes him down. It's a good return as blamef will find the shot, and it's a 4-on-4, so that little recovery, not allowing Brolin to escape, is obviously super important.
Right. That trade is going to make the mid-rounding a lot easier for Glaive. This time, it looks like he's opting to just go for a little bit of a monster peek here, and that catches Rez off. Okay. Peeks in even after the shots start, ringing out, and Zipnik's able to take him down. Oh, Glaive, another shot to take down Maxter in the backlines, and Alexi B, he's got to do it all on his own, but he's only able to find the one, which just leaves Headtrick. He's at Heaven. It's not smoked off, so this is still a bit curious. He still has an opportunity here, but with just the FAMAS and with that smoke landing at his feet, you think that he's out of this one.
It's just a series of really good entries. And maybe Rez went a little bit too far on one of those jiggles, and that's what caught him out, but either way, good kill from Sip, Glaive on the follow-up, and because of the kills down there, they kind of know Alexi is somewhere. They obviously have been studying NIP. They know that he tends to be on that part of the map, so not too hard for them to figure out, so why not? This shot, though, yeah, this is important. 2 taps, all right.
It's a really great return. And just to remark on the
almost a triple setup here, so could be hard for Astralis to manage if they get into a fight and more CTs just keep showing up at the corner. It could be a little bit confusing, although Buzz has got the right idea, but not quick enough with the trigger. He definitely had the opportunity there. Sip trying to recover the round with a wall bang from the other side. That's all the way out from where the stairs are. He took that shot to bring it back at least into a 3-on-4, and that's something to work with. Glaive sneaking in, and he's going to drop Alexi. That makes it a bit easier. 3 versus 3 now. Some spam coming through the smoke. Device out on long, and another good opportunity that is missed by Astralis, as Brolin will defeat him with just a FAMAS. Catching almost that one. Glaive, he's low on health, though, so he might be in a lot of trouble. He needed that shot almost instantly. Only 24 seconds, so even if they win the fight right now, they're going to be in trouble. Glaive will get that one. Oh, they find Maxter down on the other side of the map. Headtrick, he can win this round with just this one kill. There's not enough time. 13 seconds, and Sip, he just can't make it happen.
I'm not even sure if they would have made it to the bomb site without that kill. It would have been pretty close at the very least. But yeah, Astralis, this is a little bit reminiscent of the way that they played against Vitality on the T side, where they were going for... It was just a recovery mission that was too much for them to handle. And so, yeah, NIP, they're just kind of having to fight by themselves. It's kind of a cool way to play it for Astralis.
Astralis will have to fight back in quite a different way.
It'll be a huge deficit. Okay, wait a second. That's an interesting opener. Alexi B really pressing the issue there. Just kept trying to find that spam damage, and it costs him. Glaive's able to find the 5v4 for his team. There's already this forward position from Zipnix. This is good for catching any kind of push. And it does seem like NIP want to find a little bit more room, some space. And it's happening on the A side. Brolin, he's the one that's pushing forward along with Headtrick.
Classic setup with the AWP and the rifle in front can be very difficult to peek. You walk into it slow, you get that AWP. If you go for the wide swing, you're exposed to the rifle. I like everything about it. 50 seconds, though, in a 4-on-5. Astralis, one of their best chances right now, once everyone has rifles, to actually pick up a round, and they badly need it right now, being down this much. They are setting up still outside of the B-bomb side, though. It looks like it could be a fake. What a shot. That's Device taking out Brolin with a headshot. Headtrick all on his own on the side of the map, and he's going to walk into Device as well. Good couple of kills here. And now Rez and Maxter, they shouldn't really try and go for this. Just leave this round alone. Was kind of done before they even got close to a bomb site.
That was just really nice from Astralis, understanding where to position themselves in the mid-round. They start throwing that slight nade fake towards the B side of the map. Brolin gets a little bit antsy, knows that he could find a flank, or assumes he could find a flank, but Astralis were just positioned, waiting to play the punish, and they do so.
Yeah, super important. This obviously is a bit of a freak accident.
Yeah.
Can't expect that every single round, but yeah, just the patience here. Good setup. Weird angle as well for Brolin. He was trying to play like Monacy, then you could have also introducing a ton of mistakes. I'd much rather... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, speaking of which, that is a nice cover for the double push. It's hetket again, this time way on the opposite side of the map. And you could tell Sip, even though he's this far back, he's almost in T-spawn. He still was not quite ready for that kind of push. But I'd much rather have someone play sustainable AWP than... you know, superstar AWP that fails half the time. And I feel like hetked's doing a good job of that right now. Trade coming in, and blamef, a little bit of a hiccup there. He did take a lot of damage for it. Could have been dangerous, but at least he's alive for now. What a push through. He challenged, he buys that one right through, and blamef is out of the round. Missed shot, and hetket, he doesn't miss anything right now. That is uncharacteristic. You want to see Device hit those shots, even if he is just coming back. Nice headshot for Buzz as hetket wants to try and take a little bit of a jump there. And Buzz looking for it. This time he was aiming.
He's able to play in front of the utility. I can't advise anybody to go for the push through smoke against Device. The one against blamef was nice. It was cheeky. It was tricky. He knew he beat the timing, that there wasn't anybody peeked against.
Yes. But this is back to that trend of NIP stopping the Astralis momentum almost every time. A little bit different now. Device, he took it personally that last round.
Yes.
Saying, all right.
Yeah.
I might just still be warming up into this Counter-Strike thing once again, but you're not going to do me dirty like that without some kind of revenge happening. Taking down hetket to start with, that's great.
That's the rebuttal right there for Device. And when Astralis have been finding these 5v4s, they've been doing a pretty good job at just slowing things down, waiting for NIP to make a mistake, and we're seeing more or less the same this time. 1 minute left on the clock. blamef just waiting at Divider, hoping for a push, but it'll be Maxer that is challenged.
Ooh, jumping back here. They're getting very, very close. He's alone. This might be a save round almost instantly. He's going to get a good kill at least on Sip, but how do you actually try and retake this? Maybe especially hard with blamef going to be stepping into the back. So even if they try to set up for it here, you have to assume that blamef is the insurance policy right now that should win Astralis this round almost no matter what. There's the shot onto Rez, and now the confusion is just all consuming on the NIP side. The bomb is even making its way back. They could have probably planted at B already, but they've kept the round alive, and you could see Alexi and Brolin. They built a little statue here, and now they're just waiting it out. But this is, I think, a nicely played round for Astralis.
Yeah, the blamef lurk really paid off there. Just being able to find that kill onto A gave them a contingency plan. That's what blamef just seems to be sometimes in these kinds of games, where he's just lurking on one side of the map, even though the team's pressuring on the other. And so for him to find that opening there gave a very easy avenue to find a bomb plant and to secure a third. Just want to note that Device, when he was actually pushing into the site, he wallbanged Alexi right through the sight box, and it almost took him out entirely. So Device is, yeah, he's warming up into this one. I think he started 0-4, but now 5-7, could have been 6-7 if that pesky piece of wood wasn't in his way.
That has to be just great news. I'm sure
Mef pushing on forward, recognizes that there are a couple save rifles on the NIP side. And I do think that Astralis are aware that the money shouldn't be good for the other players for NIP, so they just really have to dodge these two rifles and make sure you don't run into a stack. But okay, the other rifle chimes in. Alexi and Brolin, the only two players with premium guns, and now Astralis, they might just be running into the pistol stack, but that's a beautiful kill for Xyp9x to find to make it easier on the approach.
super important, but Rez is there to return it in Device. He's getting put under a little bit of pressure here. Got that AWP. Nice turnaround. Double dink for Rez. That was so quick. And now it's all on Device. 40 seconds here in a 1 versus 3, and he is slowly but surely getting boxed in. And he must know that Alexi's somewhere here, but is he at the restrooms or is he a little bit closer? He's right there, and the gun barrel is going to be showing way before. Good stuff for Alexi and NIP with minimal.
That was a pretty loud roar from him at the end, and the positioning was just so strong between these two riflers, Brolin and Alexi, even though Alexi is not usually the one
On the A side of the map for them.
This is actually going to play into what NIP's setting up for. Okay, Maxter's already there, holding the line. 2 kills for this guy. Although Glaive's able to find a return, though.
Take down Rez. I think Maxter smartly as well. Instead of emptying the entire clip, because there could have been a follow-up flash to come through. So if he's just holding, you know, holding down mouse 1, and he's reloading in the middle of a secondary push there, it's like, no, I'm just gonna stay chill on the other side.
Oh,
that's close. That's so close. But again, the bomb is lost to Astralis. And they need a huge mistake here for NIP. And maybe this could be one of them. If Glaive can get real close, sneak in a kill and make it a 3-on-3, not only will it equalize the round, but it'll put a lot of pressure on that B defense. Oh. There is one. Buzz through the smoke to take down Alexi. NIP should really never be losing this round, but they've kind of put themselves in a position where they could.
It's definitely losable for NIP. 30 seconds, though, and Brolin is holding the flank. So this is... Oh, no way. Okay, all right. He's able to win it. But Device actually able to take down Maxter. This has become a 2v2 all of a sudden.
What a flick, though. That does bring it back. Brolin's very low on health. I mean, almost Glaive had that one headshot nearly. There he gets the spray through. And Buzz now trying to see if he can win this one. Brolin's up on top and a great flick.
Fumbling it there. They had every reason to be winning this one, but just a couple players dancing around the smokes, playing untradeable positions, and it cost them. This is so... Oh, man. They really just want...
They could get quite close. NIP, their proactive plays have really been working out, and they are pushing once again. Looks like it might be just a second late. The Molotov, though, slowing it down. Good shot from Sip as he takes Brolin, but Alexi is walking up behind him, and this time it's not with the MP9, it's an M4 instead. He's made his way around the corner, a little bit of a shot, but he misses the window of opportunity. Device heard the footsteps, and he was so close, Alexi, to being able to maybe kill that round for Astralis. Now instead, they've switched it up. They still got 35 seconds. And up close, trying to hold on to this one is Maxter. He's got some backup now behind him, at least not the AWP. Minimal weapons here. Oh, it's still great work. Rez picking up one more shot, and the head tricks just keep coming through. That's so good. Rez and head trick at the end. Could it be a distraction? If he's back here just in time, yep, there's the look. And oh, it doesn't matter. What a great opening for Alexi. He was amazing in the pistol round of the first half, and just the fact that he's able to shut down Blameth in this one before he spins out of control, obviously very important. So, well done. That's a very good trick for Astralis otherwise, and somehow it still gets shut down.
That easily could have been a disaster. But the crisis has been averted. But NIP, they're still taking their time with this one. They have this P250 on Brolin. Might be able to catch Device on the jump spot. Okay, the challenge is there. It presented itself, but neither player is going to close out. But with that information, Device is not really calling in for too much just yet. There's a single rotation from Buzz, making his way up to A, and this has now become a very spread out defense for Astralis. Smokes are coming in. Device, he's able to pick down one. They keep approaching, though.
They want to see if they can challenge him, and they will. Glock, even at medium range, enough to get that shot. Now Buzz feeling the pressure as well, and he needs some backup right now. The rest of the team, they're running for it. They're trying to get there, but look at the bomb. It's making its way to the other side. What a great, very late round call coming out here for Alexi, saying, you know what? They're for sure going to be rushing to try and save this. Head trick and Maxter. As Astralis realize what went wrong, they come back to the B bomb site, and they get absolutely slaughtered. All on Buzz now, and I don't think it's even really worth it to go for it here. If you can snipe away and make some more cash, you know, a little bit of $300 extra, that's probably fine, but just running into the bomb site, I don't even think makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, he got one to save any armor anyways, so yeah. Just wanted to get a kill, get some more stats on his side. This was exactly what Astralis wanted to do in the first half, this kind of push and pull offense, but they were unsuccessful for the most part. They're making their way up long. Device holding with the AUG. This is a sliver angle. He might be presented an opportunity. It might be a jump spot, though. And if he's taken off of this angle with a jump spot, then he's got it back right into that site. And that's a great kill. Really needed something like that out of him. And Brolin actually wanted to fight the AUG, and that was to his detriment.
Definitely confidence to try and take that fight, but you're right. It backfires. Rez, I still think today just looked so on point with the mechanics. He's not aware of Blameth, though. Wasn't expecting it, and probably because Device was so far back, they're not thinking someone's going to be up close. And Blameth, he's been let loose in the game. Could be a huge, huge factor all of a sudden. He really can be such a stunning player to watch too.
To just throw one qualifier out there. Timeout, they go for the 2-2-1 default. They are making their way up connector at present. Rez and Maxter, they're going to find that space. And this is a pretty precarious setup. blamef is very exposed. Multiple angles that could crunch on him. So he's going to have to fight his way out of this.
Ooh, is that a spot? Jumping off the slide? I'm not sure. They might have an idea that he's up here anyway. A little bit of a challenge coming out, and a good shot. It looked like blamef could have had the spray, exactly the kind of fight that he can typically win. But instead it goes the other way, and they're going to give over a rifle. Still over a minute left. And now, will this invite Astralis to try and be even more aggressive and try and find another opening to get back into it? Device is out on long. That's not too aggressive. 55 seconds. Nobody's pushing out of B, but they are making a huge rotation towards the A-bomb side, at least for the start of it here, Astralis. Changing their minds instantly.
Yeah, they're kind of in between options here, and that's really concerning. But going back to B is off the back of Device's movements. There are 3 players from Astralis here ready to defend, but NIP have great utility, although the first engagement might be right here with Glaive.
Yep, he's up close to the corner. He's taken down Rez. Another one keeps coming in. Finally, hetket will take care of business. Buzz, yeah, I need to get back around that pillar. 18 seconds. He's done a fine job. Another good defense from him. That Sip and Buzz duo should be something that they could try and challenge if they'd be looking at the stats. I'm sure that they have. There's the ult ringing up from long. Device taking down Brolin. Buzz sneaking up to try and get a bit aggressive, but Rez, he's been a bit of a light for NIP. 17 kills on him after that one. blamef's going to get one of them, and he wants to come back. He's so aggressive. Oh, it's so hard to deal with. The wall bang from the other side. Glaive taking down Rez, and it's another 2-on-4 here as the Astralis are looking to claim a 9th round.
Wow, this was such a swift recovery from Astralis there. As soon as Buzz dies, it seems like Glaive's just spamming them down. blamef's fighting from connector. They're just crunching on them on that spot. And this is now... We're seeing a lot of openers for Astralis towards that A side of the map. Does feel like NIP are just kind of running their head into the brick wall of Device, of blamef, and then they keep these late round plays. It's already hamstrung by the fact they've taken so many casualties.
Difficult angle to peek right there. hetket now surely try and do what he can to save the AWP. Yeah, that's a huge problem. Even if you felt like you could try and go for a B rush or 2, you probably can't finish the game like that. You do too much of it, and eventually Astralis will wise up to it. I'm still curious about them not testing it at least once. Obviously, it doesn't have to be just a straight rush. There are other ways to set up, but it doesn't feel like they are in that mood just yet. Pull it off. Interesting position when you can get out long like this. Now, they're not really fast with it, so obviously Glaive, who's now back at the A-bomb site, should be realizing that they could be pretty far up at this point in time. And blamef, gun barrel not showing Max that he's thinking about it. Someone could be there. He gets up close to check and the dink is in, but not enough. AK just with a bit more firepower. Max, oh, he's still gonna get picked off. Good flick. But the fact that blamef is there and Device is out here, they must have such a good read right now, NIP, of what's happening. They surely know that Sip is still down there. They found Buzz. I think they have a full read on what's happening in the round, but it is a 3-on-3 with just about 27 seconds. So information overload for NIP. Now they need to make a decision in the next 10 seconds or they will run out of time. And look at Astralis. They've got it set up. They are ready to receive them at this A-bomb side. Device, he's covering that truck and crouching in an easy kill on Alexi. He's going to get blown up. 10 seconds left and they might be out of time here. It's a good kill, but they still have to deal with Glaive. 5 seconds and a little bit of a battle. The bomb is being planted almost in plain view, but I don't think Glaive realized. That's a disaster. Now it's on hetket to try and save it. Nearly baited into that one. The flash on top. He's surely dead. They're right on top of him. He no-scopes. One of a Sip in the perfect timing. Comes through with it. And
all off, but this was way too close for comfort, and it's off the back of NIP looking like they had an advantage in this one, but it's just that Astralis, they had the rotations necessary. They were always pretty grouped up there, and man,
think you're going to be checking this very easily. Flash around the corner. Buzz is good for the one. Device is still down here, like you pointed out. And the crossfire is working so far. Sip isolating that shot. Head trick, though, and Brolin. They stay alive. They fought their way back, even if one of them is low on health. No more nades left here either on Astralis, so they can't really stop the bomb from being planted. And that will at least give them a shot. NIP, finally, they pulled the trigger on this B push, and it might be their best chance yet to win a round. Brolin in a 1 versus 1 against Blame, who's on the other side. And Brolin knows it. Tucked in, he's got a very good off angle here. And Blame, if he's looking for him. Oh, a little bit of a wall bang. That's dirty. He's not fighting fair at the moment, and that'll come back to haunt him. Brolin takes his revenge, and NIP, finally, they could get to 14.
Finally, they're able to get a gun round, and it's off the back of a B play. Feels like we've been waiting forever for this to happen. Works out for NIP, even though it felt like that site defense was starting to pull its way back. Zipnik's Device, they're chiming in with kills, but Brolin to close it all out. The instant headshot. And when it's Blame F against you...
This can't be just the 1 round for NIP. It has to be more, and a great crouch peek into that one. Maxter standing up and exploding Blame F. 4 on 4.
Brilliant shot. Device, though, holds on to a lot of information. Positionally, this feels stronger than what he actually just found out, though. He's now kind of still having to suss out the situation. He doesn't know if they snuck past him towards short A, so he'll have to clear that out. And this is a timing opportunity for NIP. If they hit this B bomb site quickly, Glaive is still rotating in, but that window, it might have vanished.
It's closing right in front of them, that's for sure. Pop flash to try and take a look down. That's maybe a little bit too early, but the smoke is godlike.
Yes.
What a devastating turn of events for NIP. Now they either wait it out or they just say, let's roll the dice and go. If they wait it out, though, it's going to be so obvious what's happening.
I think Astralis have already put this one together. Device is holding on to so much space. The only thing is that they're just kind of coming out dry. Okay, this might surprise them, but no, Buzz is there with the first kill. Zipnik's tucking himself into short. They might overlook this position. This needs to be a kill, and it is. Rez instantly deletes Zip from the server.
A lot of distractions for them not to fight Sip, but they still keep their cool. That's super impressive for Rez. I really thought he was going to look away as well. Device has thrown away the AWP in favor of the M4, and he crouches into that fight. Alexi, no more, and now it is all on Rez. We know mechanically today he seems to be on point. He could definitely win this one. He's got the health with him as well. And Astralis, how do they get back into this? They have the smoke and the kit and everything else. Good flick for the headshot. Rez, it is one more!
It's Device, but it's all headshots for Rez there at the 1v2. Man,
sick, isn't it?
This blistering speed.
Be close. It seems like they might have found a way to break Astralis finally.
Oh, and Device's angle, it's so risky. The flash is beautiful. That is an excellent setup. Maxer finds the opener on what may be the last round of Overpass.
Well done. Simple play. Doesn't always have to be so deep, but a flash thrown from that distance, you're not going to be able to hear the pin. You've got no warning. If you turn into it, you are definitely dead. 40 seconds. And again, keeping it simple here in IP. No deep fakes. We get long. We push the A-bomb site. And maybe that's a bit of a problem. Sim's shown up. Maxter, though, he's back into it. 3 kills. What a time for him to come alive and maybe do something for his team here. Blame him for the deep grenade, but that's just an MP9. The spray is coming through, and I'm surprised that he stuck around. All on Glaive now. 1 versus 3. He's going to pick up 2 of them right away. And I don't think there's time. Rez has to hunt for the kill. He knows that already. I don't think he's playing for the bomb. He's just looking for Glaive, and he's not far from Glaive. Here's the footsteps. He's trying to hide in the corner, and Rez, of course it is. He'll blow him up and shut down Astralis. There couldn't have been a better end to it. A monstrous performance from Rez. And NIP, they power through on Overpass.
What a great victory for NIP.